What? So I feel like there's a large fixation with head voice and chest voice and falsetto and specifically what those terms mean. And honestly, it's probably holding you back. We've been using the terms head voice and chest voice and falsetto for like hundreds of years. I did some quick research online and it said the first recorded use of head voice was in 95 AD, and they were talking about how to project to a classroom. In fact, the earliest recording for singing was in the 1200s. They were using the term head voice and they were actually using it interchangeably with falsetto because it didn't really matter. It was a way to describe it. For those of you who are new here, my name is Chase. My wife, Melia, and I have this vocal channel. We went to school for voice. We both have degrees. I have one in education, hers is in performance, and we love to talk about the voice. Now, vocal pedagogy is a term that not a lot of you know, but it's a person who studies the voice, its mechanics, how it works, the anatomy. Melia and I both took a vocal pedagogy class in school, but we are by no means vocal pedagogists. Pedagogists. We didn't major in that. Most vocal pedagogists refer to chest voice and head voice only for women. They use chest voice and falsetto for men. That's how they did it at my school, and that's why whenever I refer to men singing up in that higher place, whatever you want to call it, I say falsetto. Now, our audience is an international audience. A lot of people speaking a lot of different languages. So I'm not too, concerned about people using different words to describe different things. I'm trying to mostly just get your meaning, but it doesn't feel like a lot of people understand that. It feels like people want to classify each specific voice based on the anatomy, based on what is specifically happening mechanically, but there's a problem with that. These words have always, since their birth in 95 AD, been used as describing words, not technique. Saying that head voice and chest voice is a technique is like a runner saying that they're going to use the run fast technique. It might be what you're doing, but it's not going to help you do it. Now, we use these terms on the channel because they're commonly understood terms. They're what people have heard before and kind of have an understanding of. And it helps us, like most pedagogists, vocal people, to describe the sounds that we're hearing. But in no way are these actual techniques. When I say somebody's singing falsetto and you say it's head voice, does it matter? Because if I tell somebody singing their head voice and not their falsetto, are they really going to know the difference? What helps people actually sing? Getting caught up in the classification of what somebody else is doing or what even you're doing is really going to be just splitting hairs with you. It's like arguing if something is blue or green. It doesn't matter. The color is the color. If it sounds good and you like it, then that's how you should sing it. It's your instrument. If it sounds good to you and that's what you're going for, then you should sing it that way. We might add on top of that we hope that it's healthy for your voice and you can do it for a long period of time. If you do it on tour, it's not going to wreck your voice, but ultimately it's your instrument. Do with it whatever you want to do with it. Now, the title of this video is that it might be holding you back, and I believe that to be true. My voice teacher did not use these terms with me because every time he did, I would stick my voice in my chest, or I would stick it in my head, or I would sing falsetto, and I would really, really try to put my voice somewhere and hold it there because that's where I was singing. I was singing in my falsetto, I was singing in my head voice, I was singing in my chest voice. That doesn't leave any room for me to transition to the two at all. I have then a very clear break of when it happens. And the really great singers, you can't hear their breaks at all. Now, there are some professional singers who still think in head voice and chest voice. And this is a lot when they do it in their mix. They're saying, I think Natalie Weiss says that she mixes percentages. So she says, I'm like 40% chest voice and 60% head voice. If that helps you, that's great. But ultimately, she's not trying to just hold on to one side or the other. She's open to going through both of them. Approaching singing like I'm gonna sing in my chest voice or I'm gonna sing in my head voice, it's going to stick your voice and you're gonna hold it down somewhere when in reality, in our opinion, you should be letting it go. Let it go into your head voice. Let it go into your chest voice. Let it go where it wants to go. Natural resonance is gonna be your friend. And so trying to hold it into one spot or the other is holding you back. So don't get bogged down in the technical terminology and specifically classifying what voice you're singing with. You're singing with your voice, period, end of story. So if it's easier to do something in a different way that feels easier, that somebody like me might call falsetto, or somebody else might call head voice, doesn't matter. If it sounds good, feels good, it's what you're going for, use it. If you like this video, please give it a like, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. We make new videos like this every week. I'm Chase from Chase and Melia. We'll see you soon.